You're still watching and listening to Message Music for Motivation on Champion 90.7 FM. I am your regular host at DOYIN KUKOYI. Now let's get straight into it. As the long holiday has started, parents and guardians are eager to ensure their children make the most of their break. Now, a productive and enjoyable holiday can have a positive impact on a child's physical, emotional, and cognitive development. To achieve this, it is essential to strike a balance between leisure and learning. In this interview, we will be speaking with a child development expert to explore ways parents and students can maximize the holiday experience. Now, from engaging activities to learning opportunities, we'll also discuss how to keep children productive, creative, and happy during the holidays. Our experts will share valuable insights and practical tips on how to make the most of this break. With the right approach, the long holiday can be a time for growth, exploration, and fun. Let's dive straight into the conversation and discover how to make this holiday season a memorable one for children. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming to the program Mrs. Temitayo Otapomenyi. I hope I pronounced that right. Otapomenyi. She is an educational consultant and inclusion advocate. So, are we giving her a round of applause? Yes, we are. Now, the purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one. This is a saying by Malcolm Forbes. We're going to go straight into the question. Madam, welcome again.
Thank you so much.
Now, what are some engaging activities parents can plan for their children during the long holiday to keep them productive?
Thank you so much. I'll start with different ages.
Yes.
Let's start with children below age 3,
Right.
which seems that most times parents don't have the time to help them. Like, just go and watch TV, and that's usually the regular thing parents do, which is actually not beneficial. So, what should parents do with children below age 3? That's the first question. Number
So
one,
we're talking about from maybe like 6 months to 3 years
yes,
old?
6 months to 3 years old.
Okay.
So one thing you should allow them do first is allow them learn through play. Most times parents tell children, just sit there. No, you are just so messy. Sit down here. You can't keep a child seated because they're not wired like that. They're allowed to move around. So you give them opportunity to, number one, move around, play with household safe materials, and also help with house chores. Some people think, they're too early to start helping with house chores. No. Kids, those children, actually, they see you, they watch you do things at home, they want to help. But most times, parents say, don't just go away. Allow them help with cleaning the table. That's Montessori. The same thing you are paying for in school. So if you're paying for such services in school, you should also allow them do it at home. Help with house chores. Bring that onions for me. Bring that, bring that cup for me. Let them get involved in the house chores. Even the older ages can also get involved with the house chores. Then the next thing you can also do is to create time for reading. And I know that everybody's busy. We are in the age where everybody's busy with the phone. Parents are watching always on their phone. Children too believe that that's the right thing to do. Everybody's on their phone. And that's actually having adverse effects on, children's behavior and also their attention span at school when they resume back to school. So we need to really manage that timing. So you need to create activities that will help them stay away from screen, such as reading time. We need to bring back reading culture into our homes. It doesn't have to be like reading like old books, but at least based on the age of the child, you can set reading goals for your child. So for those who are below age 5, you can read to them. For those who cannot read yet, as the parents can read with them, get them books with big pictures. Those who are older, you allow them read, talk about what they've read, make it fun. Don't just say, go and read your book. Go and read your book. When you're done reading, okay, sweetheart, come and tell me about the book. What did you learn? Okay, what happened in the story? How can this story actually end?
Make it interactive.
Make it interactive. That way the child is not just reading like, I'm just going to read what I want to read. but it sees it as a fun activity, and it's also developing their vocabulary, developing their creative writing skills, and also their attention span. There are a lot of activities you can actually do. I'm just saying some of those ones. Also, let them get involved in a lot of hands-on activities.
Okay.
Hands-on, like painting, art and craft. Let them get papers and make things together. They might make a mess. Allow them make a mess. As long as they're in a safe environment.
Allow them make
a mess. Because in that mess, they are exploring, their brain is working, creating things, and that's really bringing out creativity, problem solving skills, among them. Also, I would encourage skill building for the older ages right now, 6+, the teenagers and so on. We should encourage skill building, skill acquisition. You see there's a drift right now in the career path. For example, before now, many of us want to go to school to be a doctor, to be a lawyer.
Things are changing.
Things are changing. Right now, you see that fashion designers are like, what's happening here right now? You see lawyers becoming bakers. So what is that telling us? That shows that people are beginning to pursue their passion, which they were not allowed to pursue at an early stage. So even no matter what you do as a parent, you say go to school. Yes, school is good, but you have to have a balance. There are skills like swimming is a skill. How many of our kids can actually swim?
Or engage in sport activities.
How many of our kids can even can do tech? Now, tech is like a new language that is no longer optional. The same way English language is like a mandatory course. Whatever, very important. You also need tech information because we live in the tech age right now. So it's a good time for parents to invest in tech. Your child can learn online. You don't have to go out of your house if you don't want that. They can learn actively online, learn tech skills, learn dance, learn languages. If your child doesn't know your local language, for example, it's a good time to teach your local language. If your child doesn't know a foreign language, see most schools in Nigeria, I would say, I will say something. We say the only thing we learn is bonjour, French. Outside that, hardly will you find Nigerian child that can actually communicate in a foreign language, except if that child is being taught somewhere else. So it's also another thing. These are skills that can help them in this global community that we have right now.
Yes, we are learning. I told you everything you need to know. We have an educational consultant and inclusion advocate with us in the studio today. So be a part of this program by calling on 090-620-23907, 090-620-24907. Ask questions. How do you want her to help you? She is an expert in her field and she is here to do justice to that. Now, ma'am, how can parents ensure their children maintain a balance between leisure and learning during holidays?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's easy for kids to just wake up and there's no plan. Now, as adults, for those who go to work or who have business, you don't just wake up in a day and say, I have no plan for my life. Definitely, when you don't have a plan, you are heading towards failure in life. And these children are just growing. You can't just say, oh, they're just children, let them just stay and play. Now we have to create a balance. Play is essential for child development, but there has to be a balance because as they're also growing, we're also training them to be, self-independent, to learn skills, to be responsible children that will be actually, be future global leaders that we want to do. So you need to create a routine for your child or your children. Don't just say, oh, today, as we go this way, let's go this way today. No, create a plan. Okay, Monday, what are you trying to achieve? Okay, maybe the first hours of the day, you can actually help with house chores. Let us cook together. For those parents who are actually at home, get them involved in cooking together. And maybe by 11 o'clock, you could say, okay, this time right now, let's go read a particular book. Now, I have 3 children, and they're actually very active. So I always give them activities.
What are the ages?
8, 6, and 3 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tell them each day, we actually have a personal plan for them. I'm a Christian, and I realized that, okay, I've not really had time to really build some Christian values in them as I would, because we've always been busy with other things. So I said, okay, the target is for you to learn some scriptures here. That's just for those who are Christians. As Muslims also, you can also do that for your children, whatever you believe in. So that's my own personal plan, because before now my kids are actually versatile with a lot of skills. We do a lot of things before now. We still doing it, coding, languages, learning Spanish, learning French.
Really?
Yes, and they have their lesson teacher. They're always engaged. So you have to have a plan. They can play the musical instruments. Even the 3-year-old can play the musical instruments. So these are things that we do intentionally. So we create the plan. They help me in the kitchen. When we are making kukoyi, let's make food. They come to the kitchen to help. They do the chores. They clean. They do the dishes. So the time they will spend sitting is reduced. The time they will spend watching cartoon is reduced. They also actually watch. They have the tablets where they also learn things online. They have tasks they do, like there are some puzzles they do on their tablets. My older daughter has an app for anatomy of the human body because she likes asking questions. So I say, be asking them the questions. So that helps them, to engage productively in activity. So parents have to create a routine. You have to be intentional about creating what should my child learn. Create a time for rest, create a time for play. And that way your child is positively engaged and you're also happy.
Be intentional in raising the children. Keep their mental alertness in check.
Yes, and create a routine. Create a schedule for them.
Now, what are some ways parents can support their children's physical and mental well-being during the holidays? Because the fact that they go to school, during school hours, they wake up very early in the morning. The bus is here to pick them up. They start school. They come back very late. They go through homeworks and all of that.
Yeah.
The holiday, isn't it meant for them to relax, and get their mental state back in check?
All right. So this is a good question because a lot of parents talk to me each day because I also run a tutoring company. So that's, this holiday I want my child to just rest. I want my child. Some will say, no, I want my child to be engaged because I don't want a child to, lag behind in school. So as parents, we need to be sure that our children are really engaged. Now, we're talking about raising a balance. Most families, especially the rich people, rich families, comfortable families, we live in estates right now, live in the apartment where kids are not even going out. They are all locked in their apartments. Unlike when we are growing up, we had time to always grow, we can run on the streets, and some other average families can do that. But when you keep a child in the house all day, you're not helping that child as well.
Okay.
So sometimes take them out to the park. You can go out to a park where they can run around in a safe environment, and they just use up all the energy out there. Also, you can also sign up to a swimming class where they go out. They have to be physically active. When you just keep your child in the house, for example, and all you give them to do is just watch the TV, they sit. They're not exercising their body. They're not moving their body. And not just watching and just receiving information. Their brain is not actually challenged in most cases to actually think outside the box. So allow them to move around. Take them out once in a while. Have a time for outing. Go to see. You can go to the museum. You can take them to the zoo. You can take them to places they've never been before. So that they experience a holistic learning experience during the holiday.
Now, developing habits and hobbies. You made mention of, swimming, this, da. Now, how are parents supposed to be able to bring out these things that the children really love and help them develop it?
Okay. Now, if you observe your children, you see some traits in them, especially when you allow them get bored. But most parents don't allow their children to get bored. They're always busy watching TV, so you don't really understand what your child really likes. But if you allow your child to get bored, just imagine your TV got spoiled and there's no way to fix the TV. What happens? You see those children start exhibiting some skills you never knew they have. Just imagine that this time I'm really broke, I can't subscribe for TV, I can't do anything, the TV is just bad. Those children are worried about.
They look for alternatives.
They don't know what to do. You see them jumping around. They have siblings or friends. You just start think about games. Oh, let's do like this. Let's do like this. You see them start thinking. You see them like, oh, wow, really? So parents need to allow children to get bored once in a while.
Deny them some
things. When they are bored, they start thinking, what can I do? Oh, mommy, I said I should sit here. What can I even do now? What can I do? Okay. And then that way, you now start seeing a child who probably loves painting, who loves drawing, who go to a book and start drawing. This child has a tendency of artistic skill. You see children who cut paper, maybe clothes or something. Oh, this one probably like this. Do you understand? So when you not start allowing them to get bored, you see them show some interest that you knew they have. And then from there, you can now look into that and see how you can help them get, maybe tutors or teachers who can train them to get better in that skill.
Now, you also spoke about involving the children in outdoor activities. Now, my question is, what are some safety tips parents should consider when allowing their children engage in outdoor activities?
Fantastic. Safety cannot be overemphasized because a lot of parents, sometimes we leave our children at home thinking, oh, they are grown up already. They are still children. Children want to explore, so there has to always be an adult supervision. There has to be an adult, as long as they are, especially if they are below age 10, there has to be someone, an adult who is responsible for looking out for them. And also take away anything that is poisonous around that you might think they may not even get there. Children can just go and climb and pick things where you don't even expect.
Right.
So you can just, there's a time, the particular child that the parent brought a big jerry can home from the office. The office used to deal with chemicals, and the parent left the kids home. Okay, they always leave them at home, and this child just went to light a matchstick, and wanted to actually cook in the kitchen, but the light match entered into that big bowl, and because the child doesn't know it was a chemical contained, that thing actually exploded on the child's face. It was someone I know very well. Exploded the child's face. So we can't say because we know, we have to always keep them under supervision. I know parents are busy, some people are going to work. Get them, if you don't, there's nobody to can keep them with, sign them up in a safe school. It doesn't have to be your child's school. Any school that is closer to you that you think can just walk in, let them be under adult supervision. That helps at least reduce the risk that could come in without that. Don't just leave them without anyone, or call any of your uncles, your cousins, or your the mother or grandmother to come and stay with them. They have to be under adult supervision. We can't joke with safety. We've heard of cases where children were told to stay at home and they left the house. There's a story that happened some time ago, God rest their soul, and kids left the house and they went to the pool against the parents' wish. What happened? They all drowned. We probably heard about the story. So kids will always be kids. They won't say, oh, mommy said, let us just go. So that's what we had adult supervision. We can't joke with that.
Can joke with that. Yes, it's still MMM with Doyin Kukoyi, coming to you live from Champion 90.7 FM. We're going to go on a break. When we come back, we will continue with our guest right now. Don't go anywhere.
MMM with a veteran media personality and seasoned actress Doyin Kukoyi on Champion FM 90.7 every Monday, Wednesday and Friday 6 p.m. for your perfect blend of inspiring messages, electrifying conversations from our seasoned guests, infectious beats and music from loaded playlist, message music for motivation. MMM, where motivation meets inspiration every single time. And eloquent Doyin Kukoyi on this program every Monday, Wednesday and Friday 6 p.m. on Champion FM 90.7. You can show that will ignite your life in a positive way. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok at MMM_234 to win some surprising, fantastic rewards. MMM, this program is a production of First Rated Media and PR Limited and proudly supported by Amala Eco Restaurant in Nairobi, Kenya and in the city of Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria.
Welcome back. It's still MMM, and we have with us in the studio Mrs. Temitayo Otapowenyi. Yes, Otapowenyi. I must be able to pronounce that name before we leave. Otapowenyi. We're talking about maximizing the long holiday, tips for parents and students. You can be a part of this by calling us on 09062023907 09062024907. Be a part of today's discussion and let's help our children. The long holiday is about to start. For some school, they've actually started.
Yes.
So others are going to start very soon. We want the best for our children. So ask questions. Do you have any? We have an expert with us in the studio to answer all of your questions. Hey, ma'am, What are some fun and educational activities students can engage in during holidays to keep their minds active?
All right, one of the things you can do is playing board games. Board games like playing chess is something we should also encourage our children. It actually even helps with critical thinking skills. That's one thing. Then also we can allow them, sometimes give them a video to watch. Even if you don't watch a video, let it be something educational that you could probably write something about, write new words from it, or write how the story can end in a different way. So if I'm watching a cartoon right now or watching a movie, I want you to tell me what else can happen or how else can the story end without ending the way it was written or the way it was seen, in the video. Then also you can also encourage your children to go into cooking, baking classes, a lot of activities they can do. Language, I keep saying languages, musical instruments. These are things that can really engage them in a productive way.
Okay, so how can students make the most of their holiday break to improve their academic performance? Yes, we know that they had all of that whilst in school, but the holiday is just for a while. When they go back to school, they still go back to school. So how can they be encouraged to improve in their performance when they go back to school?
Now, we have different kinds of learners. We have the neurodivergent learners and the neurotypical learners. The neurotypical learners are the normal learners who are, regular children who can learn the normal way we do, that when you read to them, they understand. We have the divergent learners who learn in a different way. Learners on the spectrum, learners with ADHD, learners with speech delay, with different dyslexia and so on. So now let me talk about learners who are neurotypical, who are doing well at school before. If your child is an A flyer, doing fine already at school, you don't want to just say because you're doing fine, then you just relax. You can still keep up like some touch of academics with it. Okay, let's just do a little of this activity, maybe 3 times a week. Doesn't have to be every day. And you can focus on, for those who are struggling at school, you'll have seen their report card. You know where the child is lagging. Maybe your child has a poor handwriting. Some kids are very good, they have poor handwriting. Some kids are struggling in mathematics, in mental skills. Some kids are struggling with reading. So as a parent, what should you do? Identify your child's learning gap and see how you can close that up for that child who is struggling. So by the time the new academic session starts, it will start on a good level. We won't start struggling again. Now, for those who are neurodivergent, learners who are on the spectrum, who are actually learning below probably what they know right now, you don't want to stop them at all because they work with routine. You need to continue that momentum, give them engaged, teach them. If a child needs to work with a speech therapist, get a speech therapist now. The child needs to work on his fine motor skills. Some kids are 5 years, they cannot write, they can't hold the pencil because they need help to build their fine motor skill. This is a good time to engage that child with building that skill. So don't just say, just sit down, it's nothing. Because by the time school starts, it's like going to starting the engine of the car again. Like some kids will start quick, but some will take time to catch up. So we don't want that to start and happen to the children. So please, you know what your child is, you know what category he is right now. And if you even prepare for examination, just prepare for examination, let them start preparing right now. When there's no pressure, there's no homework, load right now. There's enough time for them to do what they're doing. So it's a good time to keep learning, no matter how much, but there has to be a learning goal. For example, my children, I told their teacher, I said, see, what I want for them this holiday, I want my children to learn the Yoruba language. They've been learning French, they've been learning Igbo language. I said, I wanted to have different language skills. So I said, this holiday, on Fridays, is Yoruba and Art and Crafts that we are doing. On Monday, you do mental math. I wanted to think faster. Let us talk about some divisibility rules in math. So you have to have a learning goal for your child. There's always something to improve on for every child. So just identify that and work with that child.
Now, what are some tips? We've been talking about parents helping the children and all of that. Now, what are some tips for students to manage their time effectively during the holidays?
Students, these teenagers here. I'm talking about teenagers right now because I expect that children below age 12 are still under adult supervision. But you see, teenagers here, we need to really counsel them because most of them, they don't know better. And so they spend most time on their phone, chatting on different social media, creating TikTok. It's actually good because it's actually monetizing their skill. But at the same time, they also need to have a balance as you're trying to show up on social media, learn some other skills that can also help you in life. Learn some languages. You have to take ownership of their life. But at the same time, so we have a program also for children. We also have it's called the boot camp for pre-teens and teenagers, because we know that most pre-teens don't have the guidance that tell them about how to go about life. So the boot camp is a platform where they learn from successful entrepreneurs who will share about their journey in life, what they can also do, and start helping them mold their character. Because you can't flog a teenager. You can only talk to them. What they want to do in their mind, what they will do. So you have to find a way to.
You can only guide
them. They will know what they want to do. If you're going to work, that's going to work. They do their own thing. And if you keep them idle, they just start getting involved in vices that we don't want to be proud of. So first thing is we have to let children know that they have to be responsible for their actions. Everything you're doing, every step you take each day affects your future. And for those who are using social media, they need to understand what digital footprint is about. That what you put out there will come back for you. So they should be aware. Parents should not just keep quiet and say, oh, he knows what he's doing. He's a big boy. No, they still need guidance. So when you guide them with the right word, have mentors who talk to them, they can now modify their own behavior as well and align to behave better and engage in better activities.
Now, talking about development and thinking and problem solving, how can children continue to develop their critical thinking and problem solving skills during the holiday?
Okay, the first, like I said, is to be bored. They have to be bored. In boredom,
even teenagers.
Yes, even teenagers. When you are bored, you start thinking.
How do you make a teenager bored?
Okay, so for example, if the teenager is used to playing games, he has games he's playing, watching football.
On the phone, you take it off.
Just say, okay, we have 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, let's say 30 minutes, 10 minutes for let's also remain calm for 30 minutes. Nobody's doing anything today. Even mommy and daddy to drop your phone. So we just sit down together. What's coming through your mind? What's going through your mind? Can you just write what you think in your mind? And then their minds start wandering, start thinking about things. So teenagers also should be allowed to get bored by taking away the devices from them. Even if you're at work, there's this app, Family Link app, where you can control what your child or your teenager does on the phone or the laptop. You can actually shut down the system from wherever you are. Right. So that way, your child's like, okay, what can I do right now? What can I do right now? So start thinking. So all not leave them bored, create alternative for them.
Positive
alternative. So you can say, okay, this holiday you will be talking to, learning, maybe building your public speaking skills. So for those who are very shy, because you're going to build your public speaking skills. These are things they don't really readily always learn in school, in most schools like that. Or you can also say, okay, get 10 new words each day and write the meaning of these words. It's the first task. If you're able to do this task, then you get this benefit.
As a reward.
Yes, as a reward. Then also let them do, some of them like playing with the tablets, phone, playing with games. You can let them know that with coding, they can actually build their own game. You can build your game and start monetizing your skill as well. You don't have to wait until you're done with university, first time making money. You can go into graphics design. You can do video editing right now. We live in a world where people work virtually, remotely. You can work for anybody around the world. So they start building these skills. So instead of them just playing games, they can start building the games themselves. Instead of just playing around nothing, they can play chess. Brothers, sisters should play together. That even also builds bond among siblings when they play, games together at home. So that really help them think. You can also give them projects. I say, okay, sometimes I go to Pinterest. There's this app called Pinterest. And just say, okay, let me see a project on, let's say, on how to make something for age 5. How to make a box, or how to create something creative with a box. You see different ideas. So you show your child, okay, would you like to try this? Don't impose on them. No.
Have a discussion. Get their interest.
Yes. We'll solve through. Okay, let's look at this together. Which of these would you like to draw? I ask my children. So I say, I want to draw this one. Okay, fantastic. What do you want to draw? I want to draw this one. Yeah, take. Go and draw. So you guide them, allow them make decision, then provide them with the materials needed to execute.
Now, in this time, we cannot overemphasize the fact that a lot of us parents, we are very, very busy.
Because you need money. That's good.
We need money to educate these children. We need money to give them soft life that they deserve. Do you understand? Now, how do we as parents balance this? You working and creating time. Every parent wants to have time for their kids.
Yeah.
But the society isn't just allowing it. Now, how do you make a balance? How do you strike a balance to be able to, do all of this whilst they're on holiday?
Okay, so yes, it's very important for parents to make money, because without the money, you can't send them to good schools. And so that's where we come in also. We support parents with professional educators who can engage your child productively while you are busy. So while you are at work, you have someone who's working with your child at home, and you can also see what is happening. So if you have a male child, we are very, very careful who we assign to families because of safety. We have a case of sexual abuse, a lot of things here and there, So we give you someone who can help your child stay engaged. If your child is someone who probably doesn't listen to you again, you might need someone who can mentor that child. So we give, whatever solution you need, there's actually help for you. So you have to go to work, but let them have another adult who is engaging them. You are going to work to make money, right? But these children also have to be engaged, so they don't grow up and become dependent on you still. You see adults age 40, 50 still waiting on mommy's money. Do you understand? Because every time that is always been doing work for the child. So as you are working, you also have to help your child to learn skills. Those skills will keep them engaged. At least that also minimize rough play, minimize dangers that will hurt them, because they are busy doing something. And surely there has to be an adult supervision. I keep saying that, adult supervision part time. You can't say you're too busy for your child that there's nobody with the child to look after the child. And also, even when you're at work, keep in touch. You can just call in, do a video call with them. What are you doing? Oh, who is there with you? What's your friend? You see children even of 8 years, 4 years, 8 years, 7 years, talking about boyfriend and girlfriend right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Talking about boyfriend and girlfriend. So if you're not available as a parent, something happened like last year, so my daughter was gisting me. She was 7 then. As I said, she just said, I have someone I'm crushing on. I said, okay, fantastic. But thank God I'm always available. So I said, oh, come and gist me, come. Tell me the person. Who is the person you are crushing on? Because they watch cartoons.
Does she understand what the word crush?
They watch cartoons. They know crush. Parents, they don't crush. So I was shocked. He said, I said, okay, who is the person? So very one particular boy in the neighborhood who comes into play with other children in the compound. My children are always in the house, when we are home. I'm always at home because I'm a businesswoman, so I'm always available with my children. So she said, okay, that's the guy. I said, oh God, the boy actually is a fine boy. I said, okay, So each time she sees the girl, she's always like, I'm only okay at this stage. Let us talk. So I have to talk with her and say, it's actually good, you have a good feeling, but this is not the right time right now. We talk about sex education. We talk about it the way it is. I don't hide things from my children. No. Even for my 3-year-olds, since they were toddlers, they know about your part of your body the way it is. This is how it is. I'm not saying, mommy, they say, mommy, how did the people give birth? This is what happened. The man will sleep. I use the right word. Yes, because we live in a world right now where if you don't give them this information, someone else will give that information outside, and they'll be hiding it from you. So I'm always open with them. So okay, this is how it is. This is how people give birth. I'm talking about rape, about sexual assault. So you don't just keep quiet, about it.
Safe places to touch in your body.
To touch. So parents can't be saying, they are still children. No. So that's why I'm saying, if you're not available as a parent, there has to be a trusted adult who is listening to their conversation, who is playing with them. In that play, you hear things from them. You'll be amazed. You cannot guide them and say, oh, sweetheart, this is how it should be done. Apparently, yes, people kiss. Daddy and mommy can kiss. I can kiss my husband in front of them. We are kissing because we are married. It's okay to kiss. But when somebody else kisses you, it's not safe. And this is what will happen when the man have sex with you. You have children who are getting pregnant. If I see a video online with a young child who is pregnant, I say, come and see something. See this girl, because she didn't talk. She'll be like, so we talk. So we can't just leave them and say, they don't know things. Until you just see one day, you just see your child on social media, you'll be shocked, like, this innocent child. So they actually know a lot of things. They need guidance. So you are very busy at work, create time to check in on them. When you come back from work, try to catch up. And encourage parents also, if one of them can just pursue, maybe remote work or something. We can't have both parents outside busy. You see a lot of children who are into drugs today. The children. What's the sense of the work you are doing when your child grows up to be a drug addict, for example? Why? Because you're not available. And you've done all the work. I say, and I'm working hard for you. No, these children need parental guidance. even for those who are probably single moms, single dads, you still need someone to look after your children. So you can get trusted adults, who look after them. Just leave them alone.
Okay, so now, do you have like a kind of plan during this holiday for children that would also include the parents?
Yes, we have a boot camp, like I talked about. We have a boot camp. Go to our page on green_tutors.ng, or go to our website.
Say that again.
Okay. Green, that's on Instagram. You go to @green, that's number color green _tutorsng, or you go to our website www.greenzoneacademy.com.ng. We have a boot camp for parents. We've always been doing this every year because we see that gap. It's a program for preteens and teenagers. It's strategic. We see that all of these children are not actually being guided. They just leave them alone. So we have successful entrepreneurs who talk to them about life, talk to them about making the right choices in the early years, talk about opportunities. Last year we talked about drug abuse, talk about sex education. This year we're talking about how they can use tech as an advantage, what's your digital footprint. We can be talking about how to start small, how to also start using their finance the right way, as financial literacy. This is something schools are not teaching. Financial literacy. A lot of kids grow up feeling entitled because my daddy has money, so I can do this, and because of that they're not being creative to solve things. So this is a virtual boot camp that is available for teenagers, and we also have the parent session on a Saturday, but it's a 4 days program. The first 3 days is for teenagers all over the world, because we have clients that we deal with all over the world. It's an online, it's a virtual program. So just join in. There's a WhatsApp group. You join in first. You get the Zoom link from there, and the teenagers we are addressing, talking to the teenagers.
Are they paying for this?
No, it's free. It's totally free. It's free. So anywhere they can just join in, and then parents can always watch the replay as well. If you're not even available, you can always watch the replay with your child, talk about what they've learned, and that way we are building them. We are being intentional about them before they make a horrible mistake that will cost them their future.
Do you want to give your social media handles again and your website?
Yes, please. So please follow on @green_tutorsng, or you follow at Mrs. Otas, Mrs._Otas. That's my personal page. Then you can go to our website www.greenzoneacademy.com.ng. We also have a program for children who are neurodivergent, because we see this gap for learners with special education needs in Nigeria. So we have an intensive therapy session starting from Monday. We have center in Abuja, in Lagos, Ogba here, Ogba in Lagos. We have an office in Ogba, Ikeja, Lagos, and also Abeokuta. And for those who don't have places around them, we have teachers or therapists who can come to their homes. Wherever you are, Port Harcourt, wherever you are, we can connect you. Come to your house to do intensive therapy session for your child. So either your child is neurodivergent or your child is typical, there's a program for every child. You can also do online classes, can do in-home classes, group classes, learn languages. If you go to our page, you see diverse programs we have for children. There's something for everyone. So whatever you have for your child, we have capable educators and professionals who can help wherever you are.
Now, there's this saying that, a lot of times people will say, be your child's friend and not act like a mother. Some other people will say, look, I am your mother, I am not your friend. What's your take on this?
There has to be a balance. You have to be the mother. A mother knows when to say no, when to let us say, okay, this is what we should do. A mother knows when to stand on her ground. And also as a friend, you have to allow them hear their opinion, listen to them, even when you are wrong as a parent. And they say, mommy, you shouted at me. Oh, sorry. Mommy said, shut up to me. Okay, sorry, So we just laugh about it. We still have to find a balance as a parent. You have to be a friend, and at the same time, you have to be a mother. You know when to draw the line. When things are going wrong, we say, no, at this point, madam, I've spoken to you, sweetheart. This is the final thing, This is what we are doing. But always allow them talk. What would you like to do? What games would you like to play? So I asked my children, for example, when we want to do the class, would you like to do Spanish or French? You want both? Oh, mommy, we want both. Okay, fantastic. Go ahead. The older one started coding at age 5, and the younger one was trying to push her into coding. I realized she wasn't really into the tech person. I said, okay, madam. She said, mommy, I want to do painting. And I see a lot, she does painting a lot. Mommy, please give me a painting instructor. I said, don't worry, we'll get it done. This holiday, you will paint entire. Now, I had to listen to her and understand what she wants. I won't say because I like tech.
You don't push it.
I don't know. I first push it your way. You say I don't want. But if it's something that will help you, I will say, sweetheart, this thing will actually help you. You know, I told my older daughter, I said, tech, what tech will do for you? You can do great websites. You can make money. I mean, you can make billions of money without leaving your house. Because what is tech right now? Mom, I can make billions. You make millions. So I show them pictures of entrepreneurs like Dangote, like I show them house Adenuga. I show them things. We go online. What I said, these people, they've worked. We now read about their story. When they were young, what were they doing when they were young? Oh, they were hardworking. They started working, started trading. So you see, you have to start now. If you want to really be a billionaire, have money, and want to be successful,
now
you start
is the
now.
time to start.
So if you start saying, if she's lazy about something, that's why. That's why I call that. I say, this attitude, see, will you ever be a smart billionaire? I say, no. I said, okay. She should adjust her mindset. Why? Because of a goal at her. So we are trying to raise children who are not growing to be, I beg to apply. A lot of people are actually jobless today, out of job today, because our society and our education system have conditioned them to just grow up and go and apply for jobs. We need to apply for jobs anyway. We need them. But at the same time, there's something about being creative, about creating solutions. See, we are creating apps, being an entrepreneur, baking cakes, sewing clothes and so on, that people are paying you for that. You have your time to yourself. You don't raise children who also go with that 9 to 5 routine. Let them have some flexibility.
Yes, it's still MMM. We're doing Kukoyi. Yes, we will be back. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, you can be a part of this discussion by calling us on 090-620-23907. 090-620-24907. You can also send your messages to any of our social media handle at MMM_NG234. At MMM_NG234. Don't go anywhere. We're going to go on another break. When we come back, we will continue our discussion. Yes, welcome back. It's still MMM, and we're still talking with our guest today, Mrs. Temitayo Otakwomenyi. Did I get
Otakwomenyi?
Otakwomenyi. Okay, she's an educational consultant and inclusion advocate. Ma, I want you to repeat the WhatsApp number and the link where the children and the parents can join online, like you said.
Thank you so much. So the number to chat is 081 128 22841, and you go to the website www.greenzoneacademy.com.ng/bootcamp. That will lead you directly to the link for the page to join the WhatsApp group.
Education is not the learning facts, but the training of the mind to think. That's another quote from Albert Einstein. education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Now, that is one for you, my lovely children out there. Let's talk about the NGO that you have. What is it all about?
All right, so we noticed that a lot of children in the rural community are not getting the advantage of the information that children have in the city. Like when it comes to tech, they don't even know about the possibilities of tech, what can do for tech. We went to 2 different schools, one school in Ibadan, in the remote community in Ibadan. I saw a video on Instagram, on Today Ednot's page, I think about like February early this year, and I was moved. I saw children in that community talking about the future career, motekun, they all laughing because they don't know better. So at that point I said no. So my team had to go over we had to travel down. The team in Ibadan, yes, they had to travel a whole day. They stayed in an hotel to move to that community, talk to the children about other opportunities you should know, because they're only limited by what they're used to. Right. They're hunters, fishermen. It's actually a good job. It's a good job, but they can do it in a better way. So we had to go and tell them about that. They also had another school in Ikene, a school in Ikene, community school in Ikene. We went there, we talked to them, we talked to the children about a lot of things about the future of work, how they can also position themselves for the future of work. So the goal of that NGO is to reach the rural area and empower them. We are trying to even see how we can create a tech department in this education, because these children, in fairness, they don't know better, and the schools are not even capable. They don't have that financial capacity to help them. Number one, reading deficiency. Most of them don't know how to read. Yes, we are speaking a local language, it's fine, but in a kind of environment where we need to understand how to also speak and read in English language. So we are focusing on helping them with tech skills, helping them with basic reading skills that would help them, better. So we are reaching more to rural communities, schools in the rural communities, and empowering them with information that is going to help them, get information about the future of work and start preparing themselves. Also, letting them know that you don't have to give up on yourself. I share my personal story, how I started, that as a young girl, I actually worked my way, paying my way through life, and I was teaching from an early age. That's why I started teaching from age 17. I started teaching, making money, doing lessons for children. And from that money, I sent myself to school up to the master's level. So I let them see, no matter what your parents are going through, don't say because your father doesn't have money, they not start shouting at them and say, nobody's coming to save you. You have to start doing something, start thinking, what solution can I bring to my community so I can make money from that? So that's what we are doing at the community, helping them think and not to just give up on themselves.
So on a final note, what advice do you have for parents and the children, especially during this holiday?
Children, it's holiday time. Okay, so what I'll tell children is for them to, listen to their parents. Parents actually know better. In most cases, they ask a lot of questions. Children ask a lot of questions. So if you're asking too many questions and mom is not answering your question, you can also actually check. You can Google some things in a safe way. Parents should know that children below that are not even 10 years should use a particular YouTube channel, YouTube Kids, that restrict what they see online and so on. So children should actually listen to their parents. I would say, still listen to your parents. No matter what you do, your parents still know better than you. They will guide you. They're there to protect you. You should be able to open your mouth and tell them when things are not going right. Don't keep quiet. Even if anybody scares you, know that mommy and daddy are there to save you. Then for parents, I know parents are really busy. It's a busy world, but please try to calm down and create time. Just go out with your children, take them out and put your phones aside. Sometimes my kids say, mommy, just on your phone, because I work in a kind of way people call a lot. Even though I have a lot of admin team, but at the same time people say, I heard about you, somebody told me about you, I need a specialist for a child, I'm preparing for IGCSE. Even at that, so I'm always on my phone sometimes. So my children say, mommy, we are going out right now, please don't touch your phone. I say, okay. So when I'm touching my phone, they say, mommy. I say, okay. So I don't say because I'm a mother, I say, hey, keep quiet. No. I say, okay, I'm sorry. I put it down. Then I intentionally have to play with them, because if you're not careful, before you're all grown up,
right,
and you lose that touch of, that playing with them. When you're not grown up, they say, they come and visit me. Why? Because it didn't be that bond with them. So we have to create that balance in between being busy and looking for our daily needs also empower your children and spend quality time with them. Let's reduce our screen time altogether.
Thank you so very
Thank you
much.
so much.
We've been talking with Ms. Temitayo Otakowenyi. She's an educational consultant and inclusion advocate. It's been a very interesting and inspiring time with you.
Thank you so much.
Now, before we go, I would like to leave you with this message. Learning is a treasure that will follow you everywhere. And the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. That is it on today's episode of Message Music for Motivation on Champion 90.7 FM. Special thank you to the producer, Doyin Kukoyi. We want to say a very big thank you to Olamide, Michael, Becca, Esther. Everybody is here. Tolulokpa is here. Emmanuel is here. Yes, everybody. We say very, 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 very big thank you. By God's grace, I'll see you again on Friday. Until then, to my beautiful children there, make sure you stay safe, listen to your parents, and have the best of holiday. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Champion FM 90.7 orí ni wá a ò ní dìrù láṣẹ Elédùmarè. Akẹ́yìndé gbẹ̀gbọ́n rédíò ṣálájẹ́. Rédíò tó ń gbàṣà àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ wa lárugẹ. Champion FM 90.7 ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá ajé òbúgbàjẹ́ o.